Welcome to another trade recap. Today's trade recap is for Friday, March 7th. so, um, I'm not gonna lie, we've been crushing it lately. I have been trading Asia, London, and New York Open for the past 3 days almost. And it's been going good. But first and foremost, let's go over the trade that we took. We took today, right? On the New York Open because that's what mostly everybody trades, and then I'll be going over the London trade and then my Asia trade, right? So, like always, it started in the higher time frames. There was really not much, right? We just had these 4 hour lows, right, and highs, and then above that it's just these 4 hour lows all the way down here, and along with this, there was a 4 hour or hourly imbalance. Sorry, if I scale out, right? Yeah, hourly imbalance from here to here. Uh, so I marked that out. That's pretty much it. And price came down right literally to it and um wiped it out. But I didn't really want to aim all the way down there because um I just wanted something secure, and the fact that we had NFP today and also President Trump speaking, Federal Chairman Powell speaking, and then unemployment rates. Like we just had a lot of news that was gonna be pretty volatile in the market. So I was just like, you know what, let me go over something quick and simple. Just because also I had been scalping the whole other two sessions as well. So again, we had with that being marked out, we had let's go down to 5 minute. Again, these were London highs, right? They came as soon as the market opened. I marked them. There was also an hourly high, so I marked it already. Price came, market opened, and quickly swept, right? Swept London highs and 4 hour highs. At that point, waited for this candle to be formed, which was formed at 10. At that point, I'm scaling down, ready to look for my entry, right? Um, we had a huge displacement candle, leaving a fair value gap, right? From sweeping the liquidity, which got us to fill orders to push to the downside. We did get to tap into it. So we got to tap into it. I entered, my order didn't get filled till this candle right here, which kind of sucked. But it's all right. Again, and what was I aiming for? Nothing crazy, a 1.74 to 1, because I wanted something really straightforward, right? I just wanted these. Why were these so important? Because these were not only 4 hour lows, but also New York PM session lows from the previous day. So it's a very clear draw on liquidity, right? Again, I could have went for these imbalances, but I was just like, you know what? Like, I don't want to aim for. I don't want to be too greedy. Greedy. I want to aim for something I'm pretty sure of. And because of how price was just kind of chopping around in my entry price, I was like, all right, whatever. I can just go for something quick. But again, something that kind of made it clear to me that we were going down was how, again, I entered, right, the displacement candle all the way down, and I wasn't too um nervous about this because again, we had this fair value gap, and I was like, all right, I put it right above here, not at the end of the candle, because I was like, the risk to reward makes sense, and on top of that, I was like, if we're respecting bearish order flow, we're just gonna tap the 50% mark and just drop again, and exactly what we did. I think, yeah. Again. Also, this is where the EMA set crossed as well, so I wasn't too sad or mad about this order being filled right here. So would win. And then price came all the way down, and then it started retracing again. Strong candles to the upside. But it was okay because when I marked the Fibonacci retracement from these range highs to these range lows, um, we could see that we were literally quite in discount, and there was a fair value gap in here. And on top of that, yeah, I hit the discount and then literally sold. And as you can see, I'm right in here because on the 30-second chart, we can see that we had a huge displacement, right? Inverse fair value gap, displacing right under it, which is another bearish confirmation, which is great to see. Quickly came and just hit our take profit, one and then no other take profits. That was the AM session today. And if we go into London, right? uh, and it was let's start at Asia actually. If you go out to the 15-minute, get a better view of everything. Oh sure. Right, Asia, we can see that was ranging from these highs to these lows, and as we can see, we had this. I think it was an hourly fair value gap that was being respected. Yes, hourly fair value gap that was being respected. So at that point, I'm like, all right, let me mark out the taps that I see. Right, we had. I mean, it's not that clear on here. I just go to the 5-minute, and I was just looking for the support and resistance because Asia is more of a ranging session. So we had 1, 2 taps at this level, 1, 2, 3 taps at around this level. So I waited a bit for the range to be formed, and as soon as I seen that right here, right, I seen that we were coming straight down and it was rejecting heavy. I scaled down to the minute time frame, right, and this is what I was looking at, right. I took 2 trades. We have a tap into this fair value gap because again we had left this imbalance and gaps opening, so this fair value gap started up here. Tap into it, and then we also had another fair value gap, and I entered right here after we had tapped. It had went up. I entered on this candle actually, but it kind of retraced down here, so I was like, all right, whatever. But we did get a fair value gap made, which was awesome to see. What was I aiming for? Just above this fair value gap candle, because I didn't want to go too high, because I was like, all right, if it goes over this, it's gonna literally retrace again. So I'm not aiming for nothing crazy. I was just aiming for a 101 or 1.38 in this case, because again, I was just aiming for just this to be broken and then range back down. My 1-to-1s were right here. Well, yeah, yeah. First take profit, second take profit, third and final take profit. It kind of filled half partially right here, and then fully filled over here. I don't know why I did that. It was just because it was how it was ranging. And then yeah, so we had another one. I took another trade when it was ranging down. I had seen that we had literally, oh, and yeah, we had literally disregarded or literally um inverse this fair value gap right here to the downside, which was my green light to scale down, look for an entry. We got displacement to the downside, and what did I see? Um, fair value gap being made right here. As soon as that got made, waited for rejection candle right here, entered, and I think this is where I think I had 4 positions actually. Yeah, I think I was aiming for like these highs, but it didn't come all the way there, and the rest of my position got stopped at break even. That's what this little arrow is right here. And all right, so yeah, we got rejection candle and entered right here. And then what was I aiming for? Again, just a simple 1-to-1, and it quickly came and hit that. Simple stuff. And what did I mark in here that looks like that? If we go down to 30 seconds, looking for that displacement right in there, which we did get right here. I think it was on the 15-second. Yeah. So we had this gap right here made, and we got quickly displaced down to the downside, inversing this fair value gap right here, and then tapping into it, and then selling off again, which was perfect. What we wanted to see, and then it quickly came tapped in 101, and my third final trade I took towards the end of the session just because I was born. And we were already down here at the bottom of the range, which I knew at any time was going to bounce right back up, right? And if I'm looking at this, I'm seeing that um, we're already down here. We're getting a huge displacement up from the 5 minute, right? Let's go down to the 1 minute. See if I see anything that I like. Um, and I'm noticing displacement, perfectly displacement, right? Inverse of this fair value gap, displacement to the upside, across the EMAs, and then a breaker structure right around here. And we enter, and initially I had entered right somewhere around here, and then I got stopped out because my stop loss was a bit too tight. But when I seen it quickly come into this to the inverse fair value gap and tap right out, strong bullish confirmation, I was like, all right, as soon as it breaks the structure and EMA's cross, I'm entering again. That's exactly what happened, what it did, and what again, I was aiming for that 101, so kind of just like a break even trade right there. Simple, easy. I was aiming for these highs initially, but I brought it down because I was like, it's not probably not going to go that high, and we're trying to get through I think it was a 5 minute fair value, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 5 minute fair value. Yeah, so simple, simple stuff. And then London. London is a break and retest type of trade. Likes to break levels and then retest them, or just like trend following, just literally retest. Um, we broke this level in Asia. Um, we broke this level in the Asia, and I was like, all right, we might break retest, right? Because again, I was looking at the 15 minute. So then we broke Asia lows, which I should have waited because again, these were broken pre-London session. But I did see a fair rally gap right here. I had initially entered sales because I thought we were just retesting the level, which in case we weren't. As soon as I seen this huge down candle, right, this is where I entered. If I scroll down to the 1 minute, I'll show you exactly what I was looking at. Huge displacement to the downside. Respecting of this fair value gap right here on the 1 minute. Right here. Exactly what I had seen, what I was looking at. We got the inverse of that. This big old buy side liquidity. And that's what made me enter. Entered right here. My stop loss was very tight. And yeah, so I was aiming for. I pretty much didn't have any targets because everything was super low. I was just going for a 2 to 1, literally a 2 to 1. Um, but that wasn't the case. The market um, didn't want to. That wasn't the market's plan. Clearly displaced right back up, and I was like, all right, with that we got this heavy displacement. I was like, we're definitely going up. Let me look for a type of entry. Again, I was like, let me zoom out again. Maybe I missed something again. It was that 5 minute fair value gap. I had seen that we were tapping into, and I was like, all right, bet. Let's go down to the 1 minute. I'm seeing that we're going up. So what could be our possible targets? These Asia highs. Literally, what was our target? So I waited. I waited. And I was waiting for some type of displacement, really. There was no fair value gap being filled on the 1 minute. Everything was just super choppy, as you can see. And then right here, I entered. And I enter right here off the displacement, right? And I tap into that 5 minute fair value gap, quickly displacing to the upside, inversing these fair value gaps. Enter right there. And I was just aiming for this for these Asia highs. Literally, that was it. Went straight to the upside after this and hit our take profit. Simple, simple, simple. I think this I accidentally pressed sold here on this, because I meant to put stop loss or stop loss, and I was actually putting stop market order, so I kind of sold one of my contracts right there, so I re-entered easily and just went straight up to the moon. But yeah, that was pretty much London and Asia session and the New York Open. So super grateful, super thankful. Um, really studying these markets, learning how they behave, so I can trade all of them throughout my day because I really be bored. I don't know what to do during my day after New York AM session. So, um, just grateful that I'm able to read price and I'm starting to get the hang of each session, how they behave and all that good stuff, right? I know I've been lagging on the trade week. It has more trade recaps to come, I promise. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate every single one of you who watch my videos. Hope you guys learn from them. Have any questions? Don't hesitate to drop a comment. Right. With that being said, guys, catch you on the next trade recap. Peace.